Hi, I'm Leslie Welch, co-founder of Birth Center Equity. We are the first national network of birth centers led by Black, Indigenous, and people of color focused on growing and sustaining community birth infrastructure to improve maternal health outcomes in our communities. Maternal and infant health disparities in communities of color are facts we know all too well, but we also know what to do to change this. We know that when it comes to care, the birth center model of care lessens rates of preterm birth and low birth weight, reduces cesarean section, improves breastfeeding rates, and ensures families feel seen and heard and have a foundation on which to raise healthy, thriving children. Yet today, this model of care is not equitably available to people of color. Women of color call all the time and ask if there's a birth center open in their community, and all too often our answer is no. Studies show that the distribution of birth centers in the United States mirrors racial segregation, leaving communities of color without access to a model of care that can save lives. Racial inequities in wealth distribution and access to capital make it difficult for people of color to open and sustain community birth centers. Right now, there are less than 15 birth centers open, led by, and serving people of color out of more than 400 birth centers in the United States. Community birth centers are key to ending racial inequities in maternal health, growing community wellness, and making the U.S. a leader in maternal health care. Birth Center Equity ensures birth center leaders of color have access to funding and investment for startup and sustainability, creates leadership pipelines for needed skills and tools, and grows infrastructure to support all birth centers. We leverage the collective strength and visibility of our network to generate funding and investment with a focus on developing birth centers ready to open their doors, innovating sustainable community birth models, and reducing costs through economies of scale. We have grown a network of more than 30 established and developing community birth center leaders in 19 states, including 15 developing birth centers poised to open their doors by 2023. In our first year, Birth Center Equity raised over $1 million and distributed emergency rapid response and general operating funds to more than 25 birth centers. We are committed to raising $100 million over the next 10 years to exponentially grow our community's capacity for safe, culturally affirming, life-saving maternal health care. Today, we are inviting you, donors, funders, and investors, to partner with us and help us open 15 new birth centers led by Black, Indigenous, and people of color by 2023 and grow vibrant community birth infrastructure for generations to come.